Good evening. I'd like to call to order the Old Bridge Township December 13th, 2022 council meeting to order. Please rise for a pledge of allegiance, and please remain standing for the prayer and the moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As customary in this chamber, we stand for a moment of silence to remember those who are protecting our freedoms, both here and abroad, for our first responders, for those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. And this evening, I'd like to recognize Mayor Henry. He would like to speak.
Thank you, Council President. Tonight, I ask you to remain standing for two individuals. The first individual is Lawrence Larry Redmond, Jr. Larry was a longtime resident of over 30 years to Old Bridge and committed over 30 years to community service. Larry was elected to the Township Council and served from 2000 to 2003. He was also an elected member to the Board of Education. Under my administration, I thank Larry for his efforts. He was the chairman of the Planning Board for a number of years. He also was a member and chaired the Zoning Board of Adjustment under previous administrations. One of Larry's greatest achievements was he was the chairperson for the Old Bridge Relay for Life Committee and helped raise thousands of dollars for finding a cure and helping those in need during their battle with cancer. Larry was the past president of the Old Bridge Kiwanis Club. He was a contributing member of many other church and local nonprofit organizations. And Larry, along with their mission statements, was to make life better for our residents here in Old Bridge, and that he did. So I would ask that you please keep Larry, his wife Karen, his children, his family, and his friends in your thoughts and in your prayers. I also have tonight the passing of Mildred Millie Lowe. Millie was a multi-generational farming family here in Old Bridge, but then it was known as Madison Township. She also was a musician and performed with her sister Cora as the Rhythm Sisters. Millie married the late John Lowe in 1953 and was a teacher's aide here at the Madison Township school system. Millie's greatest accomplishment here in Old Bridge, that she was the first president of the Township Historical Society and was instrumental in the establishment of the Madison Township Historical Society, along with the acquisition of the Cedars Grove School building, which is now the home of the Thomas More Museum and the Madison Township Historical Society. And I will quote some of the comments. Her commitment to the township's history, the Historical Society's residents, and its children was endless. Without Millie, there would be no Historical Society and the preservation of the Cedar Grove School. So tonight I would ask that you keep Larry and Millie in your thoughts and in your prayers. A moment of silence, please.
And now our prayer, Mr. De Palma.
O Lord, bless thy servants in the ministry of public affairs who serve thee in this chamber. Give us quiet minds and hearts that we may hear thy voice. Help us know when to speak, when to be silent. Give us strength to oppose the wrong and uphold the right. And grant that we have a good conscience and soul, at peace with thee and with one another. Amen.
Amen. Please be seated.
This meeting is being held in conformance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Notice has been given to the newspaper, and notice of the meeting has been posted in public places. Next open public meeting of the council will be held on Monday, December 27th, 2022 at 7:30 p.m. Roll call. Councilperson DeCaro. Here. Councilperson De Palma.
Here.
Councilperson Desai.
Here.
Councilperson Garcia.
Here.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Here.
Councilperson Murphy.
Here.
Let the record reflect that Councilperson Pasquitti is absent. Councilperson Walker.
Here.
Council President Sohar.
Here. Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the council meeting. The first order of business will be certificates. Mayor Henry.
Thank you, and again, good evening. Joining me at the podium is Anna from our Silver Lining Center. We have a special presentation we'd like to make to a family that has gone above and beyond over the last large number of years. And this year really impressed us very much by what was accomplished. And so we'd like to pay tribute to that family. Ask them to please join us. Please come up. And Anna would like to read a little bit about what we're doing today and what had happened. So thank you, Anna, please.
Thank you, everyone. Along with Silver Linings, I also oversee the Oak Ridge Food Bank, and the amount of partnerships that we have in our town, not only from businesses, schools, and private residents, has what kept us going and what has kept our food bank going, especially during these difficult last few years that we've had. We would like to take a moment to recognize the Nias family who is here today. For over 20 years, Barbara Nias and her family, along with countless volunteers, have hosted a food drive for the Oak Ridge Food Bank every weekend in October by setting up their haunted woods on their property for residents to come and enjoy during the Halloween season. So if you've ever driven on Spring Hill, I always get those confused, Spring Hill Road, you probably have seen it. And what started out as a Halloween party for the Girl Scout Troop 81293 grew over the years as more decorations were added to the property along with live actors. The backbones of the growth of this yearly event were from the Girl Scout Troop 81293 and the Boy Scout Troop 167, who eventually grew it into what the event that it became today. But over the years, they have had countless Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts assist with the program. The cost of admission to Haunted Woods remained the same over the years, just a food or monetary donation that would be donated to the food bank. Week after week during the month of October, food donations packed van after van, and monetary donations increased yearly, with over a record $2,500 raised this year alone. The money is used to purchase ShopRite gift cards that come in very handy during emergency food situations to help our residents. Unfortunately, we were informed that this year was the last year that the Nias family was going to be setting up their haunted woods with live actors. However, they will continue to set up their decorations and pumpkin carvings for everyone to enjoy, and they will continue to support the food bank in any way that they can. We would be remiss if we did not take a moment to recognize the Nias family for their countless efforts and for their dedication to helping the residents of Oak Ridge. So tonight, we would like to present you and your family with the Certificate of Appreciation for your years of dedication to the Oak Ridge Food Bank through your yearly Haunted Woods food drive. Your unwavering kindness, hard work, and generosity have not gone unnoticed and are greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.
Next, we have a Certificate of Achievement. Rosemary Reveley will be joining me at the podium to explain, but we have a special guest in our audience right here. She is Erin Kelleher. Erin was nominated for and won the award for the Middlesex County Volunteer of the Year, and for her dedication to the Old Bridge Municipal Alliance for the prevention of substance abuse. So, Erin, we want to congratulate you. We can't thank you enough for what you've done for this community, the people that you've helped. You've been you've been a rock, and you are well deserving of this achievement. And Ro, you nominated Erin, so now you need to say.
Absolutely.
I will hold this, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Being the Municipal Alliance Coordinator for the Prevention of Substance Abuse is a wonderful job, more because of the people I get to work with. I get to work with volunteers who are amazing. You know, everyone who comes to the table as a volunteer comes with different life experiences, different knowledge, different input, and we all have a lot to bring to that table to really put together a comprehensive plan as to what it is that our community is in need of. We spend a lot of time evaluating what needs to go into our schools and into our communities, and we talk to the teachers and our principals because we have to have that close rapport, because they're the ones that are seeing what the outcomes are and how the children are receiving what we're teaching them. So when you have a volunteer who goes up and beyond, and again, all of our volunteers are amazing, but you know, Erin has had an amazing program as she was co-founder of Club Serenity. So in dealing with recovery, she understands that when someone is in recovery, it's the entire family. It's not just the individual. So in knowing that, she's recognizing that there is sometimes the little members of our family that are kind of falling between the cracks. And she came to me and she said, I would love to spearhead this program. I want to go out there. I want to be able to teach our community, our educators, our clergy, how do we identify those students and those children that are living in a household where they may have one or both parents or guardians that are abusing drugs and or alcohol. So she said, there's so much research I've done, and she came to my desk and she had a mound of stuff, and one thing better than the other, and I was like, this is fantastic. Her enthusiasm, her excitement, but her love for our community and the children that are falling between their cracks is what's going to make a difference moving forward. So because of this, I could not, without a doubt, think of anybody else more deserving than to nominate her to the state for Volunteer of the Year. And I cannot tell you how pleased I was when the county coordinator called me and said she won. So, Erin, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for your time, your dedication, and your love, and all the wonderful things that you've done. And I can't wait to see all the wonderful things that we continue to do together as an alliance. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Come up here. Okay. I would ask Matt to please join me at the podium. We're going to go up in the front? Okay. Never mind.
Good evening. Is it got to be green? Yeah.
All right, floor is yours, guys. Good to go, floor is mine? All right.
Good evening.
Well, good evening, Council President, members of the council, Mayor. It's a pleasure to be here this evening. We actually have a presentation for the council and for the members of the public that are here, but it deals with the ice arena and how the genesis of what happened here is I recently became a hockey dad myself, so I spent a lot of time early mornings and late nights at various hockey arenas with my son. And when we were at Old Bridge, we were just looking around the ice arena, and we noticed some of the ads that were around. And I looked at them and I said, look, we publish a paper here. I've been in Old Bridge a lot, and I don't even think any of these businesses might even still be here anymore. Some of them were old and a little bit tattered. So we reached out to Matt, Lisa, and said, hey, listen, between the connections that all around Old Bridge, I think we might be able to sell some advertisements here, and if it's okay with you guys, we'll just donate all the funds back. We want this to go back to the ice arena and make what Old Bridge has something really special, guys. So as a hockey dad, you don't realize how few places there are for people to play the sport. So to have this arena here, people from all over the place come to Old Bridge. It's an amazing thing that we have here. So long story short, Anthony and I put together a plan, and we said, let's go around to some of the all-around Old Bridge sponsors and advertisers that have been supporting the town. And I'll tell you that in 36 hours, we sold out the rink. So, yeah, it's incredible. So it was great, but then we had to figure out, okay, we sold it, but now how do we get these things up? So then we had to figure out that they had to be vinyl, not plastic, because of the weather. Then we got them up, and then what was interesting about it was all the scuff marks from all the kids getting checked up against the boards and the hockey, so you couldn't even see half of the ads. So we sold all these ads, but then you couldn't even see what was on there. So then Anthony found one of only two people. There's one person on the entire East Coast and one on the West Coast that goes around and cleans the plexiglass. So we had to hire that guy and clean, and I think we have some slides here for you guys to be able to see some of the sponsors and the difference of what actually ended up happening. So if you look up there, we got All-American Ford, some old ones, but right there, that's a great example of some of the older ones, but you really can't even see the ads, right? Unless you're on the ice and you're right there next to the advertisement. So those are all the old ads. And then what ended up happening was this guy had to bring a Zamboni type machine in. And he had to do it real late at night. I think you guys had to open up. It was overnight from 10 to almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So those are the ads once they went in with all the puck marks. And then, Anthony, if you keep scrolling through, you'll actually see. And look, in the middle, that really handsome guy. I mean, you can't even see. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying. Can't even see it, right? Right, I know. I think my wife made all those marks. So, so look, we got Card Smart, we got All American Ford, Glow, Calvary Chapel, the bridge, the mayor was part of it. But here you go, you see the guys starting to walk around and spraying this thing, and you really get to see how big this rink is when you see this poor guy having to walk through. But there's a little arrow there, you see where they clean the top, and then there's that Zamboni thing that goes around. I think I need that for my kids' bedrooms. Their walls look pretty similar. But the end result was just absolutely tremendous. It looks like we have a brand new ice rink that's over there. So there he is. There's a video. And it's just, it's a tedious project to clean that plexiglass. But it was cheaper than buying brand new plexiglass. So, I think the idea is we're going to try to use this guy multiple years now. Every year, yeah, Matt. So, I mean, it ended up being pretty cool. So, end result is we have 9 sponsors that sold out the rink side. So when you're sitting in the bleachers, you look out at the teams. It's all along that side. And that's the difference afterwards. You can actually see the ads, and we couldn't be more grateful for all those sponsors. And look how handsome that guy ended up coming out. So, but there you go. Of course, Mr. Hamachi would have something nice to say. But so I have to say, though, one of the most amazing things about this whole experience was once all the ads were up, we invited all the sponsors to come on out. We wanted them to see the product, see the rink, see everything that it was. But what ended up happening that day that we didn't know about was there was an event for handicapped individuals. There is an event there for veterans where they have these custom apparatuses where these people who normally would not be able to even walk, let alone skate, were on these things. They were actually having an opportunity to play hockey. People were volunteering, pushing them. They had refs. They were laughing. So here we are talking about ads and raising money and all this other type of stuff, but we really found what that ice rink meant to a lot of people. And as cold as that ice was, it was the warmest part of that day. And it was just, you could see the joy, you could see the purpose that ice rink made. So look, as a business owner, as someone that's been involved civically, you know, when you look at these things and you look at them on paper and you look at budgets, there's a lot more about that ice rink that you'll never see on budget. That means so much to so many people. So I want to thank the mayor, his administration, the council for everything that you do for that arena. And it is just a blessing for us, our sponsors, to just be a small, small, small part of that arena this year. But as the businessman that I think I am, we have set this up where it's recurring income for the arena. So every year these sponsors either renew or we're booting them out or we're getting somebody else in. So we have a check to present to you guys.
I would just like to David, Anthony, and Lisa Valsara in my office. I know that she worked very, very closely with you guys. And like I said, it's different is night and day. And like I said, we couldn't have done this as quickly or as great as it was done without you guys. So personally and professionally, thank you guys very, very much.
We have a check that is being presented to the Old Bridge Arena for $3,000. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you,
Have a
gentlemen.
wonderful holiday. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. We appreciate everything.
Thank you very much. What a wonderful initiative. Really appreciated. Okay, next will be approval of minutes of previous meetings. Resolution approving the council combined meeting minutes of October 25th, 2022, and executive session minutes of September 27th, 2022. Do I have a motion?
Move it.
Second.
Okay, moved by Mrs. Walker, second by Mr. De Palma.
Roll call. Councilperson DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilperson De Palma?
Yes.
Councilperson Desai?
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia?
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Councilperson Murphy? Yes. Councilperson Walker?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
8 yeses.
Next will be our bill list, Mrs. Walker.
Accounts payable, December 13, 2022, $21,586,921.10. Payroll, November 23, 2022, $1,063,017.76. Payroll overtime, November 23, 2022, $31,905.37. Payroll, December 9, 2022, $1,103,773.59. Payroll overtime, December 9, 2022, $36,128.37. That concludes.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Move it.
Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg, second by Mr. Murphy. And now, Mr. Shaw, can you give us a breakdown of the overtime, please?
Yes, I'm going to do the November 23rd first. As Councilwoman Walker indicated, total overtime for this pay period was $27,086.42. There was an uptick in election account for the general election-related overtime for police department. Total overtime for this pay period was $16,659.68. When you deduct grant, $993.74. Deduct the ETO time, 4,856.51. The net overtime for this pay period is $10,809.43, representing 154.5 man and women hours. There was no pandemic cost. There were 2 officers injured on duty or on light duty. Now I'm going to go to the December 9th payroll. Again, as Councilwoman Walker indicated, total overtime for this pay period was $31,183.34. There was an uptick in Office on Aging for Thanksgiving food basket distribution. In Police Department, the total overtime was $23,913.77. Deduct the ETO, $8,000.43. The net overtime was $15,913.34, representing 186.5 man and women hour. Again, no cost related to pandemic, and there were 2 officers injured on duty or on light duty. That concludes my report, Council.
Thank you, Mr. Shaw. Roll call, please.
Councilperson DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma.
Yes.
Councilperson Desai.
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia.
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg.
Yes.
Councilperson Murphy.
Yes.
Councilperson Walker.
Yes.
And Council President Sohar.
Yes.
That's 8 yeses.
Okay, next will be public hearing and/or adoption amendment for those ordinances for second reading. First one is H1, ordinance of the Township of Old Bridge adopting the Manzo Boulevard 1 redevelopment plan. Do I have a motion? Move it. Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. Murphy. I'll now open it to the public. Is there anyone in the public who wishes to come up and be heard on this ordinance? Seeing no hands, I'll close the public portion, go to council. Anyone on my left for a comment or a question? Anyone on my right? Seeing no hands, I'll ask for a roll call.
Councilperson DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma.
Yes.
Councilperson Desai.
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia.
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Councilperson Murphy.
Yes.
Councilperson Walker.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
8 yeses, motion carries.
Thank you. Next is H2, ordinance of the Township of Old Bridge in the County of Middlesex, conditionally approving financial agreement with Old Bridge RE Urban Renewal, LLC. I'd like a motion to open this with the caveat that we're going to carry it over to the December 27th meeting.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, moved by Mr. DePalma, second by Mr. Murphy. And the public will have their opportunity to speak on this on December 27th. Roll call, please.
Councilperson DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma.
Yes.
Councilperson Desai.
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia.
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Councilperson Murphy.
Yes.
Councilperson Walker.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
Motion to carry to the December 27th meeting is approved.
Okay, thank you. Next will be our consent agenda. I'd like a motion and a second, and then we will go to separations.
Move it.
Moved by Mr. DePalma, second by Mr. Murphy. And now we'll ask for separations.
Councilperson DeCaro, any items for separation?
C13?
C13. Councilperson DePalma.
C14.
C14. Councilperson Desai, any items for separation? None. Councilperson Garcia.
None, thank you.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
No, thank you, not this time.
Councilperson Murphy.
No, thank you.
Councilperson Walker.
C2, just for abstention.
C2, and Council President Sohar.
No, thank you. So we'll take a motion on the balance.
Move it. Move it.
Okay.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Second by Mr. Desai.
Desai.
Yep. And that'll be on the balance of the consent agenda.
Roll call. Councilperson DeCarro?
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma?
Yes.
Councilperson Desai?
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia?
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli? Yes. Councilperson Murphy?
Yes.
Councilperson Walker?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
8 yeses.
Next will be C2.
That's just for an abstention.
Okay, so do we have a motion for C2?
I'll move it.
Second? Okay, so there's a motion by Mr. DePalma, a second by Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Roll call for the approval of Resolution C2. Councilperson DeCarro?
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma?
Yes.
Councilperson Desai?
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia?
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Councilperson Murphy?
Yes.
Councilperson Walker?
Abstain.
Abstain. Council President Sohar?
Yes.
That's 7 yeses and 1 abstention.
Next will be C13. Mrs. DeCaro?
Yes, I just wanted to ask, I know years ago, these meetings used to be held on a Monday, and I was just wondering, because the one meeting a month conflicts with Board of Ed meetings, the Board of Ed meeting agenda, and I was just wondering, and I don't think that there's really anything anybody can do, but I was just going to make mention, there's the two main entities in the township are both having meetings the same night, and I was just wondering why it moved to Tuesday. I know it happened years ago. And not that I think that there's anything that can be done, but if there can be, that's all.
I believe it was done because of our professionals and how, to make everything work gel a little bit better. And that's why it was moved to the Tuesday rather than the Monday.
Okay. All right. That was it. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, we'll call for a roll call. No, we need a motion.
Move it.
Okay, moved.
Second.
Second. Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. DePalma.
Roll call. Councilperson DeCarro?
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma?
Yes.
Councilperson Desai?
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia?
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Councilperson Murphy?
Yes.
Councilperson Walker?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
8 yeses.
Okay. Next will be C14, Mr. DePalma.
Yes, thank you. So I just separated this. I just wanted to point out and thank the administration for going out and trying our best to get grant money to, instead of taxpayer money to finish our park. I know this is, that pavilion is going to be like kind of a centerpiece of that park. I just wanted to separate that and thank you all for your hard work and making sure that we're going out and doing our best to get every available fund that's not necessarily coming out of the municipal budget.
Council, all the council members, I want to thank you for supporting our inclusion in the budget and award of the contract from Millennial Communication Company, who is very instrumental in helping town finding grants, applying for that, and following through submitting all documents. And I think we have, there was a report distributed by Finance Department to the council of the efforts, whether we are successful in all or not, because it's competitive, but they have found many new areas grant that we could not have done on our own. So I want to thank council for supporting us in that efforts.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Okay, moved by Mr. DePalma, second by Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Roll call. Councilperson DeCarro?
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma?
Yes.
Councilperson Desai?
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia?
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Councilperson Murphy?
Yes.
Councilperson Walker?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
8 yeses.
Okay, thank you. Next will be our report of the Township Clerk.
So I just wanted to mention that our dog and cat licensing will now be online. People will be able to access the online portal for their renewals starting on January 2nd for any 2023 renewals. And we will be mailing out renewal notices to everybody who currently has active dogs and or cats, and there will be some marketing material in the mailing to make sure everybody is aware of the new online portal.
Okay, thank you. I'd like a motion to accept her report.
Move it.
Second.
Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. De Palma.
All in favor?
Thank you very
Any
much.
nays? Motion carries.
Okay, next will be report of the township attorney.
None at this time, thank you.
Okay, administrative report, Mr. Shah.
Thank you, Council President. Administrative report for December 13, 2022. Item number 1, public service gas construction, Texas Road in the vicinity of Murray Drive. Public service and gas begins with gas main reconstruction yesterday on Texas Road in the vicinity of Murray Drive. Construction will take approximately 4 weeks to complete, weather permitting. Potential road detour may occur. Expect delay and if possible, avoid this area. Item number 2, Throckmorton Lane resurfacing Phase 2. The Township of Old Bridge has been selected to receive $470,800 in funding from the New Jersey Department of Transportation fiscal year 2023 Municipal Aid Program for Throckmorton Lane resurfacing Phase 2 project. The work to be completed during this phase including milling, resurfacing, pavement striping and marking, replacement of inlet grades and head pieces, and construction of ADA-compliant curb ramps. This phase of the project encompasses resurfacing of roadway located between Hastings Road and Cindy Street. Old Bridge Township received funding last year for the Throckmorton Lane resurfacing Phase 1 under 2022 municipal aid. Item number 3, Spring Valley Road realignment at Route 18 northbound. New Jersey Department of Transportation contractor began performing roadway realignment of Spring Valley Road service road onto NJ New Jersey State Highway Route 18 northbound. Construction work will be performed approximately 4 weeks, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., weather permitting. The section of Spring Valley Road within NJDOT jurisdiction will be closed and open to local traffic only. Expect delay and if possible, avoid this area. For additional information and continue update on this project, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and oldbridge.com. Item number 4, Anchor Program. Beginning in 2022, the Homestead Rebate Program will be replaced by the Anchor Program. The state of New Jersey mailed out application for Anchor Program the last week of September. To qualify, applicants must own or rent their primary residence in New Jersey on October 1, 2019. The deadline to file the application has been extended to Tuesday, January 31st, 2023. All payments will be issued in the form of check or direct deposit beginning in late spring 2023. For full list of qualification and detail on how to apply, please visit https://state.nj.us/treasury/taxation/anchor/index.html. Item number 5, fall leaf collection. Leaf collection will continue in all wards this week. If your paper leaf bags are not picked up by December 16, please reach out to the Department of Public Works by emailing publicworks@oldbridge.com or calling 732-721-5600 extension 6140. Item number 6, recycling center. Please note the recycling center will be closed Saturday, December 24th in observance of Christmas Eve. That concludes my report, Council President.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shaw. Does anyone, any council member have a question or a comment? On my left? No? How about on my right? Okay, everyone just make sure you check out that Anchor program. It really is something to, make sure that if you're eligible and you qualify for that, you participate in. Very important. I'll take a motion.
Move it.
Okay, motion by Dr. Greenberg to accept and seconded by Mr. De Palma.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays or abstentions? 8 nays.
Thank you very much. Next will be public comment on any subject matter for a maximum period of 3 minutes. Are you going to outline the...
public comment portion of our meeting is to allow the public to bring to the council's attention their concerns or comments. The section is open for any topic or item in the consent agenda in accordance with NJSA 10:4-12A and the Old Bridge Rules of Council. The council asks the public to limit their comments to 3 minutes or less. Only one member of the public should approach to speak to council at a time. The council will respect the public's time by refraining any comment until the speaker is finished with their allotted time. It should be further noted that public comment portion of our meeting is not structured as a question and answer session. If a member of the public has questions they seek answers to, an appointment can be made with the corresponding department's office during regular business hours. The township clerk will regulate the time during the comment portion of our meeting.
Okay, good evening. Is there anyone in the public who wishes to come up and be heard? Come right forward, please. How are you?
Good evening. My name's Lorraine Jacobs, and I'm a resident here in Bridge at 355 Minstrel Court. So I approached you today because everyone here knows that the past 3 years, we have lost over 1 million Americans to COVID-19. In Middlesex County alone, from my understanding, we've lost over 3,000. I could not find the specific numbers from Old Bridge, but I do understand that it's over 150 residents. Sadly, my dad was one of them. On December 28, 2020, my father passed away from COVID-19 at the Old Bridge Hospital. My dad was a resident of Old Bridge for over 40 years. He was a successful businessman. He was the former president and lifetime member of the Cheesequake Volunteer First Aid Squad, having served well over 10 years of devoted time to them. He was a business owner, and he was also the former president of the Bayonne Sicilian Club. And he was nominated in 2017 as Man of the Year for all his dedication there. In 2021, the township had done a silent memorial where they placed chairs out by the library. I had stopped by that day to observe a chair and honor my father at the moment. In 2022, I noticed that there was nothing that was done to honor those lost. Maybe a Facebook comments, but nothing publicly done. So today I come in front of you with 2 asks. 1, I ask the township create a day of remembrance for not only those lost to COVID, but also to all those whose lives have been severely impacted, and also to give our frontline members a thank you. And I also ask for the township to create a memorial space, such as a place in our park across the street. I understand that there was supposed to be a butterfly garden built there. I think that would be a beautiful place to create a remembrance place. Thank you.
And, yeah, sorry. So sorry. Thank you very much for your comments. They're very well taken. And thank you very
Would you
much.
please just do me one favor and put your name and address down for the record?
Is there anyone else in the public who wishes to be heard this evening? Good evening.
My name is Jim Keating. I've been a resident of Old Bridge for 32 years. And tonight I'm here to represent my wife. I am now her voice. I lost my wife March 27, 2021 to COVID. And I brought a picture of my wife because I want you to see her, not just the name, not just the number. She was a person. She was my wife for 42 years, the love of my life, the mother of my 2 children, my grandson, Aiden, age 9, and my granddaughter, a year and a half, who my wife has never had the opportunity to meet. I'm asking the council and the township to do a memorial for my wife and all the other residents of Old Bridge due to COVID, the loss of COVID. I think they deserve the respect, the honor. And, you know, my wife was a school teacher for many years. My children went to the school system here. My son was in Old Bridge baseball. He volunteered there, was a coach for many years. I really think that the council respectfully should consider doing a memorial for my wife, not just my wife, for all the members of the community that lost their lives to COVID. So I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry for your loss. Thank you very much.
Sir, could you just, for the record,
Yeah,
would you
this
just
way.
write your name and address down?
Yeah.
If you could also, both of you, if you could put your phone numbers in case we need to contact you for anything, that would be
Yeah,
greatly
that would be good. A
appreciated.
contact number would be very good. Thank you. Okay, thank you both, really. Okay, anyone else from the public wish to be heard? Yes, sir, come forward. Good evening.
I just wanted to follow up on what Jim and Lorraine were saying. I lost my father-in-law. My name's Adam Jacobs. I've been a resident of Old Bridge for approximately 25 years. I lost my father-in-law, but I also work in an emergency room. So I've seen this firsthand on the devastation COVID has been causing. I see remembrances all over the nation, and I noticed Old Bridge doesn't have one. And I've seen no real plans of anything for the last 2 years. So I would just like to throw my support behind having some sort of remembrance or a memorial within the new park. It's the perfect opportunity, a perfect time. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your
Also,
comments. Sorry for your loss as well. Yes, please. Okay, is there anyone else in the public who wishes to be heard this evening? Seeing no hands, then I'll close the public portion. Next will be our council comments.
Councilperson DeCaro.
Hi, yes. First of all, I'd like to thank the three people that spoke tonight and who definitely suffered loss from COVID. I also can say that I personally know three people in Old Bridge that had passed perfectly healthy, wonderful individuals, friends of mine, that are now no longer with us because of this global pandemic that nobody saw coming. So my heart goes out to you all, and I think it's a wonderful idea to have a day of remembrance for our Old Bridge residents that lost their lives due to this, especially in the beginning, when nobody knew how to handle it. I am in full support of that, and I think having a memorial in our Cottrell Farms that we're developing, I think would be a really great addition. I don't know, how to, when, where, or how. I mean, is there a way that we can maybe discuss this further by putting a discussion ordinance on a future agenda so we can talk about it? Is there, I don't know what the procedure is. Is there something can we put this for a discussion item?
Yeah, well, this evening it was brought forward, and
Yes.
it was very thoughtful and really very well, well articulated. And I think, we can, absolutely. I just think we need our professionals and all to, to get together and come up with some ideas. And then that's why we ask for your phone numbers, so that we can get together and then bring it forward.
That's wonderful. I think that's a great idea. Yes. Thank you. Thank you again. Okay. I would also like to thank, I'd like to thank the mayor also for speaking on behalf of Larry Redmond. Today was his memorial service. And, you said, everything that you said, I can't say it any better. Larry lived for his family and his community. And so my thoughts and prayers are, with his family tonight. I'd also like to thank Matt Mercurio and his team for the tree lighting ceremony and all the, it was just a really great ceremony, and I'd like to thank, that was right before the meeting tonight. And that's it. I'd like to wish everyone a happy Hanukkah and a Merry Christmas, because I don't think our next meeting is until after Christmas. So, yes, the 27th. So everyone have a wonderful holiday, and we'll see you on the 27th. Thank you.
Councilperson DePalma.
Yes, thank you. And thank you, residents, for coming up. Obviously, our professionals, and I'm sure the mayor and the administration will absolutely take it to heart and look into seeing what we could do short-term, long-term, and all of that. So if you do have questions, please make sure you reach out to any one of us, as well as our professionals. This weekend, so just a couple items. The Old Bridge Toys for Tots is running through this weekend. So we had the folks from all around Old Bridge up here today presenting a check. They also help coordinate the Toys for Tots through town. Saturday begins the pickup of all the toys throughout all the stores in town. If you are looking to still donate some toys to the needy, if you go to the All Around Old Bridge social media pages, the list of all of the businesses that are participating are up there. So please take a look, and if you can, over the next couple of days, drop a couple of items off. Also, as we enter the holiday season and all of those subsequent celebrations, whether it's work parties or family parties, get-togethers with your friends, seeing folks that you haven't for a long time, please be careful and alert on the roads as always. Slow down. Make sure that you not only get home to your friends and family for the holidays, but everyone else does as well. And finally, just everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa. Enjoy the holiday season with your friends, your families, and all your loved ones. That's it. Hopefully everyone has a wonderful holiday. Thank you.
Councilperson Desai.
I would like to wish happy holidays and Merry Christmas to all who are listening this or watching this. Holidays are always to celebrate with a family. But at the same time, I think we should make sure that we don't involve in automobile accidents. So celebrate without the alcohol, what I am trying to say. So, and another thing, thanks Mayor and Council President remembering and recognizing former Councilman Larry Redman. I had worked with Larry. He was a chairman of zoning board for many years. And I had worked with Larry on many other projects. He was a gem in my world. So thank you, everyone. Please enjoy the holiday responsibility. Thank you.
Councilperson Garcia.
Yes, good evening. Thank you. I too would like to wish offer my condolences to the families you guys who spoke tonight, to be families. And Jimmy, I know Jimmy personally. We work together as cops. So Jim, it's bothering. You know how I feel, and all the families that were lost to COVID. It hit home. It's so many families. So again, my condolences. Also, we had a celebration this past Sunday in Cheesequake Village. The Grissom School students performed for us. So I want to thank Dr. Tony Avico and Melissa. I'm not sure Melissa's last name. She's a secretary. They organized this event for us. They called us about a month ago, spoke to my wife, and we agreed upon it. We love having kids come to the village and sing. They were caroling to us. It was a great day. And they were playing their instruments, and I said, I hope we make this an annual event because it really was a fun event. And it's Christmas time. We should have more fun events. And with that, same thing, Happy Hanukkah to everybody. Happy Kwanzaa and Merry Christmas. And like Eric said, watch your DWIs. No drinking and driving. Be safe. Yes, like you said, behave. Enjoy your time with your family. That's all. Thank you and have a good night.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes. First of all, I want to thank the mayor and administration for the ceremony that we had on National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. It's been 81 years, and 2,403 service members died that day when we were attacked by Japan. And to think that it's 81 years, and you always worry about whether this story is going to be told and the significance of it. A lot of times we say that, when our servicemen fight, they fought for our freedom, but actually they freed the whole world, if you think about it, what was going on at that time. So your words were very meaningful and sincere, and they have definitely an impact on me every year, and when I think as the years go by and what was lost that day. I also want to thank the administration for being so proactive. We have asked the Department of Transportation for years for a median in Old Bridge. And it's mind-boggling to think that south of us, Marlboro has it, and north of us, Sayreville doesn't. And the amount of deaths that are caused on Route 9 here. But the reason why I'm bringing this up, because tonight we got the letter that the mayor had reached out to surrounding towns to put a resolution in support. Reached out to Manalapan and Marlboro, and Manalapan put it on their agenda, and they got unanimous approval for it, that they're in support of it with us. And so everyone here, please take a few minutes and reach out to the DOT and ask them that we can't wait any longer for this median. Then tonight, as you see, that we had people come up, volunteers that come here tonight, tonight, we do it very often. And that just tells you the kind of people that live in Old Bridge, that are so kind and giving of themselves all the time. So the Nias family tonight, Aaron Kelleher, David Hernandez, and Anthony Constantino. And the tenacity that these volunteers have, the vision they have to give up their time and their energy in support of this. So it brings me to Municipal Alliance. And it's very sad when you think that in this town, when you have the Municipal Alliance, it's for drug and alcohol abuse. But at the same time, in this town, they're fighting this, and everyone knows someone that succumbed to drugs, whether it's a family member or someone that you know, another family member. And it's mind-boggling to me that here's not the source of the problem. You do have to deal with it, and it's very, very frustrating. But when you think on a national level that we're allowing drugs to just pour across our border nonstop, and deaths, all the deaths that are happening, that's the root of the problem. You can't solve the problem here in Old Bridge. You can help those that need help, and thank God there are volunteers and there's resources and people that want to do that. But if you don't go after where it's coming into the country and why you're dealing with this and how it ruins families, everyone, doesn't matter. Your socioeconomics, your race, your religion, anything, lives are being ruined from this. And it's just mind-boggling. That's not even talked about. It's not even addressed. And so it's very sad. Tonight we heard lives lost from a virus also, that perhaps it's your first Christmas without him. I can't even imagine how it was your first holiday around the table without him. And that's what the mayor said tonight at our ceremony before we lit the menorah and the Christmas tree. You know, we always have to keep those people, our loved ones, in our thoughts. So these things are very serious at this time. And as a community, we do come together for these things, and we do feel your pain, and we do, really, it's very heartfelt, and from all of us up here when we hear these stories. And we are all affected by it. And it's like there's so many things that history will tell us different things about COVID. We're learning more things about now. That must be mind-boggling to you and very upsetting and disturbing when you hear some of the things that are coming out. So my heart goes out to you. But this holiday, let's focus. And my true wish for everyone is a joyous holiday season filled with love, peace, and happiness for everyone. Enjoy the holidays.
Councilperson Murphy.
Yes, thank you. Most of you have seen that little letter I put in there. I'm not going to discuss that tonight at all. I'm going to let that go. It's been a little tough here, thinking about the sicknesses and stuff and what has happened to people. And I just want to say, everybody just have a good Christmas. And I appreciate the council working with me. I appreciate the mayor and Amachu backing me in a lot of things. And of course, I can't deny you foreman out there. You helped me a lot too. Everybody in the town I'm very grateful for all of you. And I just say, look, everybody just have a Merry Christmas with your family. That's all I have to say.
Councilperson Walker.
I want to thank the three speakers for coming tonight and to bring to our attention. And I think you have the support of the whole council. I'm sure we'll have, get either a committee or we'll have a discussion ordinance about this. Also, since we were talking about volunteers, I just want to remind everyone, our town really was based on volunteers. And right now, I know our fire companies are hurting for volunteers as well as our first aid squad. So I'd encourage people to look into your volunteer squads near your homes and seeing if you could volunteer some time. It'd be greatly appreciated. And it's really rewarding to be a member of a volunteer organization. I wish that people would consider it. Also, I want to talk about Disbrow Road. I'd spoken about it a few meetings. Trucks are banned on Disbrow Road, and we have a small sign up on Amboy, but Mrs. Sower noticed on 34 there are no signs telling trucks not to go down it. But from the Amboy roadside, I noticed trucks are continuing to turn onto Disbrow. In fact, today a large car carrier went down it, and it just can't handle. So I don't know what we could do. I had asked a few times if we could potentially maybe put some bigger signs up to tell the trucks not to turn down there. So I was just wondering if we could look into if something could be done about the trucks going down Disbrow and continuing to go. And I just want to wish everyone a happy and mostly healthy holiday.
And Council President Sohar.
Yes, thank you. I just want to say thank you to the administration and the staff for the wonderful ceremony and the tree lighting. We had the menorah lighting. It was really very, very nice, and it brings people together. And as the rabbi said, it makes you warm inside. It was cold outside, but we were warm inside. And that's what that feeling, you like to capture it and hopefully, hang on to it. Also, I wanted to thank those who came and spoke. COVID touched people in so many ways that you can't even get your head around it. So thank you for coming out tonight and sharing your sorrow, because that helps us to look to the future, and we will have a conversation definitely about something to remember. And again, everybody have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and really just enjoy the holiday season. And as I said, as the rabbi said, that warm feeling, let's try to just keep it within ourselves and share it with the ones we love. Thank you.
Council President, if I may, if I just have 1 minute, please, to address the council and the residents. I've been thinking about this for over a year now, and I am looking for a location to do an appropriate memorial, and we'd have to decide whether we wanted to have a year-round someplace inside or we want to go with something outside. Obviously, the Cottrell Farm offers a lot of potential. The Great Lawn as an area that we could have a reflecting pond, one of the outbuildings that can be refurbished on the inside to allow to hang pictures that you have brought here tonight. So we have been thinking about it, and I can pretty much assure you in the upcoming months, we will have a discussion, but obviously we want to have the families involved in those discussions. What do the families want? So it's going to be a difficult conversation, there's no doubt about it. I know the 9/11 memorial took a number of years to get designed before everybody signed off on what it was going to be like and what it was going to look like. But that will be coming. I can guarantee you that we'll have a day of remembrance, I believe, in March when the COVID first, I think, hit us down and the state was shut down. I believe that's when we had the chair ceremony. But we will have a similar event in March of 2023 where we will, ask the families to please come out. And then we'll start working towards a permanent location here in town, whether it be the Cottrell Farm, whether it be down by the water, somewhere in town where we can go. And, it was township-wide, it was probably the largest loss of life at any given event. I believe we're up to about 200 individuals have lost their life. So, again, my condolences, but please don't be frustrated. You are in my thoughts and my prayers, and we will have something for you. Council, I should have brought it up sooner, I guess, but we are discussing this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, next, we will be going into executive session, an action item. I'd like to make a motion.
Second.
Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. De Palma. This will exclude naturally the public from the chambers. We're coming back?
Yes.
Yeah, we will be coming back, though.
It's a motion to enter executive session for matters of contract negotiations. Can I get a roll call, Mayor?
Yeah. We had a
Council President, Councilperson DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilperson De Palma?
Yes.
Councilperson Desai?
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia?
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg
Yes.
Belli? Councilperson Murphy? Councilperson Walker?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
8 yeses.
Moved by Mrs. Walker, second by Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Roll call, Councilperson DePalma. I'm sorry, Councilperson DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma.
Yes.
Councilperson Desai. Yes. Councilperson Garcia.
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Councilperson Murphy. Yes. Councilperson Walker.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
8 yeses.
Okay, next we need,
A motion, we're going to need a motion and a second to adopt the resolution to approve the contract for PBA Local Number 196.
no.
Dispatchers, I'm sorry.
Move it.
Local 196, that was motion by Councilman DePalma, second by Dr. Greenberg Belli. Roll call, Councilperson DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma.
Yes.
Councilperson Desai.
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia.
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Councilperson Murphy. Yes. Councilperson Walker.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
yes.
8 yeses. This one's captain's contract.
Yep.
Motion.
Yeah, next we need a motion to approve the contract for the captains
Council is that
with the,
with the condition that I will continue to clean up all the language changes requested and verify that.
Move it.
so noted. Moved by Mr. DePalma,
Second.
second by Mr. Garcia.
Roll call, Councilperson DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilperson DePalma.
Yes.
Councilperson Desai.
Yes.
Councilperson Garcia.
Yes.
Councilperson Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Councilperson Murphy. Councilperson Walker.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
8 yeses.
Okay, next we'll take a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you, Council. This concludes all negotiations.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.